1,249 days, um, and we're counting, and we are counting, and we are, the uptick. I have good news. The uptick of institutional support, even even around the holidays. Christmas is coming, and I hope everybody is preparing. I've been baking and wrapping gifts and um, just planning the meals, and it's just been um, great to have family around. So I hope that that's happening too for you and your family and your loved ones for this Christmas season. It's very to me it's very very important because this is when Christmas challenges the darkness, really takes over the darkness. And I've been challenged a little bit for saying that December 25th is the date when Jesus was born, that we have proof in that. I have I have this book here. It's really good. It's called, let's see if I can put it up. All Past Time by Dimbleby. Um, so it's really not me that's saying that we have a chronology that has led the church to select the 25th of December for the celebration of Jesus's birthday, and doesn't matter. I do. I think it matters. I think chronology matters. I think we need to have the truth out there. I think people have tried to um, uh, get to the truth. They've had questions, and anyone that wants to know the dates, wants to know chronology, wants to know truth, wants to search out what is reality and what is just a psyop, then they should get this book, because I think it's, you have to um, keep on learning, keep on learning. And uh, this has helped Team Farm Richard Halliday, uh, keep going, keep going, keep going to find the truth with Richard. And that's the point that I've tried to make about December 25th, that there are many facets that lead to that date, and there are many facets that will lead to finding Richard. And I really trust that is the case, because look at where how far we have come. We are uh, we're at the precipice of um, a huge break in this case because of the institutional support. Yesterday, that was really great to get the news from Austin that medical examiner from El Paso that was um, very active, very involved uh, during the Walmart mass shooting and the disappearance of Richard is being investigated. That is very promising. Now, does that mean that he has done anything wrong? Um, I don't know. I don't know. I do know that we have these autopsy reports that we have not gotten answers for. We have not gotten the yay or nay officially on these autopsy reports of Richard being dismembered, and being partially found in Mexico, partially found in the United States. So that is what we hope is going to um, maybe be revealed. I hope it's going to be revealed. It has to be revealed sooner or later. Um, this is a soldier from Fort Bliss, and it's going to be revealed. So to hear that from the capital of Texas, Austin, Texas, that you know this medical examiner is being investigated is really a positive step forward. The other information that we received is also that the DA, Bill Hicks, is being investigated. There's a lot of anomalies with both of those officials, and so I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be a new DA very soon. And I'm even suspicious that we'll have a new medical examiner. I'm just from the leads that we have gotten, um, but we'll let the investigation um, happen and see if we can, see where it leads, right? Uh, all we know is we need a district attorney that will help in Richard's case, that will help find Richard. And there's plenty of evidence. We have so much evidence, and you can break up that evidence into three piles. One being hard evidence, which is huge. We have so much hard evidence. Then you have the circumstantial evidence, and then you have the irregularities. So, with all of that, that is why we say that Richard is missing and murdered, because with all of that evidence, he absolutely, there's, evidence beyond a shadow of a doubt that Richard was murdered. And we did not say that at the very beginning. We did not have that kind of evidence at the beginning, but we do now. We do now. And with Christmas coming up, it's so sad because he should be here. He should be here with us. And, so we can't let the service members down. Because if they've done this to Richard, they've done it in the past, and they will do it again unless we really stand up against the perpetrators. And this is an internal murder, okay? This is an internal retaliation against a whistleblower. And Richard is the very first, the Vanessa Guillen first absent soldier. So that is really important to honor her, because I don't feel like the Army has honored her, so we will do it. We will drive them to honor Vanessa Guillen, and that's an honor for us to fight for her name, to fight for her memory, as well as our sons. And for that kind of crime at Fort Hood, which is Fort Cavazos now, and at Fort Bliss, to be perpetrated on our volunteer sons and daughters serving on base. You have to remember these were crimes on the military installation that is supposed to be secured. For these kind of crimes to happen is, who's going to stand up? We have to stand up, because the 44 four-star generals and admirals, they have betrayed us, and I'm really sorry to say that, but it is absolutely 100% true. Mealy has betrayed us. He's a traitor. He's an absolute traitor. Sean Bernabe, who got a 3rd star, so he got a 3rd star of betrayal, but he needs to be stripped from that uniform and from those stars, and we need to rededicate those stars to somebody that is going to protect our Constitution, the land, and the people. And he's not the man to do it. He absolutely is a traitor and betrayed us, and I feel very, very bad for Fort Cavazos, which was Fort Hood, that have to have him as a commander, because he's absolutely up to no good. and you can't really, um, how is he gonna get out of that situation, uh, to be up to no good like he's been, to be a traitor, to have committed crimes against humanity, um, and so much more, so much more. Um, yeah, he'd really, uh, it's so sad. And his SJA, PP McGee, and his PAO, and why he came in, why he took that command. Um, it's just disgusting, because they choose these 44 four-star generals that are serving foreign and domestic enemies instead of defending our Constitution and the land and the people, and fulfilling their obligations to their service members. Um, he chose, along with Donna Martin, she chose to overlook the crimes. Not overlook the crimes, but also participate in the crimes. To create an environment that would be welcoming to the crimes and the criminals. That is what they have done. That's why our military installations are not safe places, they're not secured places, and that's why there's so much corruption on our military bases, and so much corruption that Richard found it necessary to blow the whistle. To blow the whistle, and instead of them choosing to clean up the act, to honor a whistleblower, to protect a whistleblower, because they could have absolutely reassigned him overseas to Korea, to another unit, to Germany. They could have absolutely have done that, and protected him and cleaned up the weapon smuggling, with the ammunition smuggling, the human trafficking, the child pornography, the bringing, the insecure military base, bringing in these party girls to party during the COVID lockdown, and that happens all the time, which is catering to these sex cults, um, with the drugs, with the alcohol. They're just catering to that, um, grooming our sons and daughters that have volunteered in the military to serve honorably. Leadership, loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service. This is this is what, courage. This is what they joined the military for. They wanted a purpose to defend the Constitution, and yet, um, here they are in the middle of a grooming in a sex cult, when there's drugs and and a lot of crime surrounding it, um, because they're extorting the American people through the military. And those are not my allegations. Those are already proven. A 14-year-old girl was living on Fort Bliss in the barracks, being prostituted out to the soldiers there. Okay, and it happened at Camp Pendleton also. This is not me saying it. This is the news, the facts saying it. So the only way those things can happen is if our generals have betrayed us. Okay, that they choose to let it happen, because we are very tall for four-star and admirals, and we are the smallest military in 80 years. and yet we have, and just to compare, in World War II, with 10 times more service members, we have 7 4-star generals. Okay, 7. We have 44 now. We're very top heavy. We don't have the money to afford them, because, all this talk with leaving weapons behind in Afghanistan or whatever. Did they? Was it a marketplace for weapons and ammunition? It just, from everything that I know, uh, they have dealt very badly with the security of our installations, and also the inventory of our equipment and weapons and vehicles. And they've failed every audit. They have failed every audit, trillions of dollars. So they're up to no good, and they have chosen to be up to no good. And our sons and daughters are being hurt. They're being hurt. And Richard uh, came from um, Ireland, a great family, homeschooled, and got there and saw the criminal activity, uh, and whistle blew on it for the sake of his country, and they retaliated against him. He also was trying to protect a young mother, saw children being misused, and Fort Bliss is the home of 85,000 missing, unaccounted for, just vanished minors, children just vanished. And so Richard complaining to Child Protective Services is, it really puts Eddie Rocha also as a suspect in all of this. And, he has been a suspect in all of this, along with Dallas Hart, Richard's platoon leader, and of course Jay Paulin, Richard's first sergeant. So when we hear that those individuals are being investigated, that will be also a happy day. But to get a new DA, someone that wants to move the cases forward and get justice, that's what we're looking for. Because we have now proof, it's been proof, and now we have a witness, Loretta Lynn Hewitt, that has let us know that the DA could not, would not, and on purpose did not identify crimes, identify criminals, document the crimes and the criminals, and prosecute the crimes and the criminals. He did not move the cases forward, being the Walmart case and Richard's case. So that is, thinking about all the waste of time trying to contact him and everything. So we do pray that he finds some other job and we get a new DA. Yeah, absolutely. And if he's a criminal, which, the news is saying that he committed felony crimes, then he needs to be arrested. Okay? If he's going to tamper with timestamps, if he's not going to be reliable in following the Texas Constitution, and manipulating the people, then he needs to be arrested. And so, we'll let the authorities figure that one out too. But we do need a new DA. Absolutely. So we'll see if Governor Abbott will do that quickly. That would be so helpful, because we're talking about the Walmart case and Richard's case. And the Walmart case is the largest murder case in American history, with I read that, with a live perpetrator, right? That did not commit suicide. Normally they commit suicide. Normally, they're killed by the police. So, this is a huge, huge case, and it's absolutely connected to Richard's case. So, thank you so much, everybody. I'm not going to keep you very long since it is everybody's getting ready for Christmas. But I wanted to make sure that everyone knew that Richard is the Vanessa Guillen first absent soldier, and uh, Leilani Hart, um, David Pochet, and many others have done their best to sabotage Richard's case. When they did that, they disrespected what happened. Well, they disrespected Vanessa Guillen, her family, and the tragedy that happened. Really, the huge crime that was committed against her and against Richard. So that's really my thoughts for tonight. So thank you so much. God bless you. And I will be back tomorrow on Christmas Eve. Can you believe it? Christmas Eve. God bless you.